Hey, what's up? Don't click away. Today I'm going to show you how to replace your battery error-free while using the I2C battery repair tool. What's up guys, I'm Javier Guzman with Mr. Phone Doctor. If you have ever replaced your battery on one of the latest iPhones 11 or up, you may have ran across that dreaded Apple error notification. And let us not to forget to mention losing battery health features. Really, come on Apple, I'm really sick and tired of your BS where you guys have to serialize all your parts, making it very difficult for third-party repair. Now I can go on and on about all of Apple's BS, but that's going to be a different video. So let's get into this I2C battery repair tool that was sent over from our good friends at Phone Fix. I will leave a link in the description area with the coupon code, so if you guys are interested, you can purchase. The I2C BR13 is a portable battery repair tool that allows you to keep your battery health when you're replacing your Apple iPhone batteries. This is the new BR13 model that supports Apple iPhone 8 up to iPhone 13. One awesome feature that I really love about this tool is that there is no need to connect this to any type of Windows software. You simply plug in a Type-C cable here, and all the software and everything is embedded inside this little guy. Let's go ahead and begin the demonstration and show you how it operates. So we're going to go ahead and use an iPhone 11. This one has a low battery health. If you notice, you can see the maximum capacity on this battery is 84%. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to pull off the BMS board from this battery and swap it over to a new battery. So this battery here is designed to allow a donor BMS board to be transferred over using a spot welder. So here's the iPhone 11 new battery. Let's go ahead and remove the old battery. And I'm going to go ahead and program first before we remove the BMS board. The BMS board is found right here on this area where the flex cable is attached. Let's go ahead and attach our tag flex here so we can go ahead and reset our battery health. We're going to want to plug this in. And as I mentioned, you can use any Type-C cable. Now, if you do see that this is in a different language, you can go ahead and change that language by holding the OK several seconds. You can see how it went from Chinese to English. So we're going to go and keep it there in English. We're going to go ahead and plug in our battery. This is an 11, so we're going to go ahead and plug it in here. I'm going to go ahead and hit the INC to begin reading. Right now, the battery health, we need to change that to 100%. And then cycle times, we want the cycle times to be at 0. All right, so it's writing all the information. Good. So now we have written all the battery information. You can see that the battery health is at 100% and the cycle count is at 0. Perfect. So we can go ahead and remove this adapter. So what we're going to need to do now is we are going to remove this BMS board. And to do so, we actually need to, I like to apply a little bit of heat just to help soften any type of adhesive. And to do that, I'm just going to use my little heating plate that I have here. And I'd say 70 degrees is a pretty safe temperature. You don't want to go overly too hot. Now you do have to be very careful in this step not to damage the board. If you damage the board, you're pretty much SOL. You won't be able to get any of the information that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and just start tweezing away at this battery adhesive. Okay, so you can see how I just used that heat plate to soften up this tape that's covering the battery. So we got the first layer of adhesive off. We're going to go ahead and remove our plastic cover that's covering the IC chip. And this we're going to replace. Our new toolkit has its own. All right, let's go ahead and lift this up and let's reveal. So here are your terminals. You want to be extra careful to make sure that you don't have any connection with metal, okay? So you don't ever want to cross metal and connect these. You'll end up shorting it out. We do need to unfold this. This just simply unfolds. I'm going to just use my fingernail here just to lift up the board. And there you can see all the IC components and everything right here. And I'm going to use some scissors very carefully. As I mentioned, you don't ever want to run across. So I'm going to snip this end first. And I'm going to flip the battery over so I can get a nice clean cut here. Good. And this is what we need here. We need this board. So here's the BMS board. This is what we need. And then we do have the donor battery that we're gonna attach this to. So now that we have the BMS board removed, we are going to need to spot weld. And to do so, we're gonna use the Kiani Macaroon. Really, really cool tool. This is a portable spot welder that allows you to spot weld anything wirelessly. So we do want to plug these in, and we are going to use our little mold that we have. So this mold, it does come with the macaroon. It allows you to lay your BMS board on here. It's like a little template, so you can go ahead and lay down and not slip and touch something you're not supposed to touch while you're attaching the battery. See that? Pretty cool, huh? All right, so now we're going to remove the positive and negative polarities on these. Now this needs to go, it's going to attach, you need the flex here. So we're going to go and lay it down upside down like so. And then whenever what we'll do is we'll end up folding this forward because it's going to adhere right here, and we'll have our flex there. So we'll set this in here. And this is when the spot welder comes into play. And then as far as the power percentage on here, you can be at about a medium. I'm about the third to the last setting on here. So that'll work fine. We're gonna want to give it a good, I'd say about 3-4 pulses, which would be 2 to 3 times, because each one of these little needles here is going to put a little weld on here. So we could do about 2 to 3 presses per side. Let me show you guys so you can see how this works. So we're gonna just press there and here. There we go. You'll hear it ring. There we go. And we do one more time. Good, and that's it. So you can see those little spot welds are there. And let's go ahead and do this side here. Let's go ahead and press here and here. Good. And press here and let's do a few more over here. I didn't get too good of a grab. There we go. So now we can go ahead and remove this. And then you are going to have to be very careful because you need to cut any excess off right here. So we're going to go ahead and trim these. Trim, there we go. Like that, and let's trim. Good, so we have trimmed the excess. Let me go and show you the final spot welds that we put on this battery. Let's see how it's adhered here, and now we can safely attach this to our adhesive. So we're gonna just peel this off. Once we have that peeled off, we can go ahead and apply our BMS shield. This just protects this board. So this needs to just sit right in here. Like so. And mind you, you do want to be very careful with this. You don't want to damage or break the board. If you break the board, game over. You're not going to be able to transfer any data over. So there, we have this. Now we can just carefully fold this over, okay? So let's go ahead and apply our adhesive. This adhesive is going to lay here and protect our board. All right, we'll just fold it over. So flip these little wings over. And there we have it. We have a nice clean battery that we can safely install onto our phone. Now, first things first, before you plug this battery back in, you do need to make sure that we have our tag flex. And we do need to use a different type of battery, because what happens is if we put this battery back in, the codes are still going to read the 83 or 84% that it was. So we need to put a non-genuine battery in here so it gives us an error. It kind of deregisters the device from the battery whenever you boot it up. Okay, so let's just plug this in, and then this is going to give us the battery health error, which is what we want. All right, good. Let's go ahead and show you all the screen with the battery. So there you can see we get the error, which is fine. It's okay. That's what we want. Let's go ahead and remove it now. Now let's go ahead and install the battery with the tag flex that we flashed. Now you will need to install this in the battery, okay? So every device that you're doing this on will require this little tag flex to go in. Just a little reminder, okay? So just make sure you make this nice and tight, so that way whenever you install it, the flex is just hidden between the board and the actual battery. There we go. And then I believe I'm gonna have to give it some juice because it's a brand new battery. There's no power on it. So you will need to use another type of charger, which just a regular Apple iPhone charger will boot it up. Boom, there we go. Okay, cool. So now we are good. We'll boot it up and we'll show you the battery health. All right, so there you have it, guys. The battery is at 100% with the tag flex that we have installed right here. So that's pretty much it, guys. You can see how the I2C battery repair tool transferred over the battery health to 100%. Now, remember, you are gonna need a tag flex and you are gonna need to remove the BMS board and transfer it over to a different type of battery that's capable of receiving that donor BMS board. So that's gonna wrap up my video. If you guys are interested in purchasing the I2C, make sure you guys visit the links down below in the description and be on the lookout. We'll have some other videos coming out to you guys soon. That wraps it up. Cheers.